Catherine in Madison, Wisconsin. You have an update on the arrests going on in the Wisconsin State Capitol. Hey, Catherine, what's up?
Right. It started last week. They arrested 80 people for not having a permit at the sing-along. The feeling is that the Constitution is our permit.
Now, hang on just a second. Before we go any farther, why don't you describe for our viewers and listeners what the sing-along is?
Okay. For over 750 days from Monday through Friday for the last 2.5 years, people have spontaneously come to the Capitol at noon, from noon to 1 o'clock, to sing songs. It used to be about the recall. Now it's about protest in general of what's going on in the state. Mm-hmm. Our Capitol has a history of being the most open Capitol in the United States. It was, even after 9/11, it was an open Capitol. And the bottom floor, the ground floor of the rotunda, is a place that traditionally people have been able to come and protest the government, or even show support of the government.
Sure.
So about 2 years ago, they told us that we were going to need a permit. They took us to a re-education meeting where Jocelyn Webster, who's now the right-hand person of Walker, who was a Karl Rove protege, laughed when she said no one will ever get arrested. So over the last year and a half, there's been over 150 tickets, a half a dozen arrests.
Wow. Tickets are for what, loitering and trespassing kind of thing?
Oh, God. Let's see. Not loitering, blocking entrances. It's in the round. So, They say you're blocking with your sign, or signs have been illegal, all sorts of things like that have been going on. So they decided, Chief Warren took over from Chief Tubbs about a year ago when we had those re-education meetings, and they were telling, he decided to crack down a couple weeks ago. They've been filming for about 6 months so they could do facial recognition. That's what they did with those other tickets. They were not directly giving them to people. They were going to their houses, their place of business, or putting them in the mail.
I see.
So they took the film, they did facial recognition, I assume, against the DMV records. So now we're in the second stage of this where they're giving the tickets directly. But while they're giving them directly, they take you in plastic cuffs. And every day those cuffs have been getting tighter and tighter, and they've been getting rougher and rougher with people. Last week, they arrested an 80 and 85-year-old, the Kimballs, Tom and Joan. Their daughter happens to be Rebecca Kimball, who writes for The Progressive. You could read about that at theprogressive.org. Let's see, they arrested 2 media people last week, a Franciscan monk and a Lutheran minister who had a heart issue. And it took 20 minutes for the EMS to get to him, and the EMS are 3 minutes or 5 minutes away. When one mother was arrested, she took her 5-year-old with her. They patted down the 5-year-old and asked him if he had any sharp objects. He's not traumatized at all. We got him a cape and a saber, and he has his own sign, and he knows why he's there.
Right.
As a matter of fact, she said he wiggled and said, "Oh, that feels good." So don't worry about him, people. The 5-year-old's fine.
There you go.
They also last week snatched away the crutch from another person that they were taking away. She had just recently had a hip operation, and Officer Calhoun said that he was in EMS and she'd be fine. As you could see, she was in pain. You can see it. There's pictures online.
So the Scott Walker administration, the Republican administration in Wisconsin, is starting to really tighten the screws and make it painful and difficult for people to protest at the Capitol.
Well, yes. I mean, he's going to be running for president. The world press will be there. The U.S. press will be there. He doesn't want anybody there. The Chinese are coming in to buy up Wisconsin. He doesn't want dissidents in the Capitol. So today, 30 were arrested. The first was Tom Kimball again, the 85-year-old gentleman. Reverend Carter didn't even make it out of the rotunda. We don't know if he was being arrested or he just had another cardiac issue, but he was on the floor for about 15 minutes, and it was before the EMS showed up. Someone said they were a medical professional, and they would not let her near him.
Wow.
They had so many people downstairs. Now, mind you, these are tickets. So, of course, again, they did not have to use restraints on them, and everybody was peaceful during arrest and downstairs. So they had so many people down there from the sing-along that they were singing. The chief came down and told them that they needed to cease and desist, and they listened for a second, and then they went right back to singing. Mm-hmm. We know that we're there for everybody's rights. We know that Alec and Karl Rove are deeply embedded in this state, and so are the Koch
and the Koch brothers, yeah.
And the Koch brothers, yep, and we know that. And so those people, including that 5-year-old, are there for everyone's rights. Mm-hmm. We knew what was going to happen in Michigan. We have a gentleman who used to come on a regular basis to see his grandchildren who came to the Rotunda. So he would keep us up on Michigan. Mm-hmm. For people to get the real story, you go to www.bluecheddar.net. Mm-hmm. That's bluecheddar.net. Also, CBN was there. I guess on Friday, there is a YouTube from the Canadian Broadcasting Network. Mm-hmm. And then Jenna Pope on Facebook. She's an independent photojournalist. She has pictures. Mm-hmm. And you could YouTube anything about the Capitol, Madison, Wisconsin, give the dates last week, and you'll come up with many videos.
Wow.
We need support.
Yeah, okay. So what can people do, Catherine?
Well, if they go to the Solidarity Sing-Along page, there is a fund for the tickets. These are all...
How do you find that page?
On Facebook. There's a Solidarity Sing-Along page. So if you friend it, and you should be able to find it. But also in Blue Cheddar, I'll have that person...
BlueCheddar.net.
Yeah, I'll have them put something up on their site about how people can help. If you can come here... Oh, I forgot to tell you. Also, watching is subject to arrest. They were telling tourists last week, and that's on YouTube, that if they kept watching, they would be under arrest also.
Really?
Yes. Wow. He told her, we're tourists. She said, well, they said, yeah, anything that's happened during the sing-along is subject to arrest. Last week we had some of the Democrats there. Of course, they were not arrested.
Yeah. When the Great Depression hit the United States, we had FDR, Italy had Mussolini, Germany had Hitler. Scott Walker and Mussolini in my mind are not that far apart. This is absolutely creepy. And yes, you're right. He is running for president, and the Koch brothers are going to throw as much money as they and other billionaires. I mean, we live now in billionairistan. It's the DeVos family in Michigan. It's Mr. Pope in North Carolina. Amazing. Catherine, thank you for the call.
You're listening to the Thom Hartmann Program. Call 866-987-THOM.
The United States of Billionairistan. Check out nobillionaires.com.